Dear students, in our last class, we have discussed lists, what are the different functions which can work on a list, and the methods, and we solved some problems to solve using a list. So in the today's class, we'll discuss dictionaries. You all know what is a dictionary in the general meaning. In the Python, what is a dictionary? So of course, whenever we're calling as a dictionary, we know there we are searching for some meanings. So the names and the meanings associated with that, that is what we are going to get. It's a pair actually, basically, in the similar meaning in the Python as well. So we'll see what is a dictionary. A dictionary is like a list, but more general. In a list, the index positions are integers, but in a dictionary, the indices can be of any data type. As we already know, we are searching for the meanings of some words. That word and the meaning, these are the pairs. That is how the dictionary will be in a Python. You can think of the dictionary as a mapping between a set of indices, that is, we call it as in keys, and the set of values. So it's a pairing between the keys and the values. So the keys are the indices in order to access these values in the dictionary. Each key maps to a value. The association of key and a value is called a key-value pair or sometimes an item. So we call this as a key-value pair, or we can call this as an item. As an example, we would build a dictionary that maps from English to Spanish words. So we have the words in English and the associated meaning of that word in a Spanish. That is how we're creating an example to learn the dictionary. So the keys and the values are all strings in this because both are words. It need not to be a strings as well. We can have any types of indices and any types of values as well. That is why we call this can be of any type. The function dict creates a new dictionary with no items because dict is the name of the built-in function. You cannot use this name as a variable name. So you have to create the names with a different names. As in list, list is a function which creates an empty list. Dict is a function which creates an empty dictionary. And also to specify the dictionary, we'll specify with set of curly brackets. In a list, it's a set of square brackets. Here is an example. eng to sp. eng to sp, we're creating a dictionary. So when we print this, we get a set of curly braces. The curly brackets represent an empty dictionary. To add items to the dictionary, you can use square brackets. So I need to add an item to the dictionary. So when I'm adding an item to dictionary, how I can add it? With this variable name with a set of square brackets, I need to specify the key and then the associated value in the assignment. That is how I can create a dictionary. I can keep updating my dictionary with whatever the length we require it. This line creates an item that maps from the key 1 to the value. If we print the dictionary again, we see a key value pair with a colon between the key and values. This is an example how it works. Here we have created a dictionary with little more values. So these are the key and this is the value associated with these. So we have three different keys associated with the values. When we print, this is how the output will be. So in this, okay, we have just already created this when we have discussed on this. So now the order of the key value pair is not same. You can just see this output here is 1, 3, 2. That is what it is being mixed with. But here we get 1, 2, 3. It need not to be that always we can predict the same results. These values can be haphazardly print with anything. But always the key associated with the value will remain constant. So we can able to access any values with the respective key, not with the position where it is. So that's what talks here. Next we use this keys to look up the corresponding values. Yes, I told. So when we are trying to print the value which is not there and the key which is not there, it throws an error, key error. In the list or in the string, that problem, it will be an index error. If the index is not there, it throws an index error. So we can also use the length function to find the length of the dictionary. The length talks on the search for the key value pair, how many key value pair in that dictionary. And we can also use an in operator. When we are using an in operator, it works for the keys. We are not able to search for the values. So here is an example. When we are searching with the key, it gives the results true. When we are searching with the value, it gives the result false. So we can just check with the same thing in the, we'll execute. So first we'll check with the length. So here we get 3 because 3 key value pair, 1, 2, 3, and we'll search whether this result is there in this. Yes, true. The same you can search for DOS. False. So how we can search whether this value is there in the dictionary or not? That we can search. Before that, we'll just see what are all the different methods which works on a dictionary. So these are all the methods which we can work on a dictionary. I'll not be discussing all this. Already we know few of these. For example, what is a clear? Yes, it clears the contents of the dictionary. The same method will work even on the list, clears the content. Copy, to have a copy of the dictionary. Yes, works similar to it. So this get we'll discuss little later. Now we'll discuss of this items, keys and values. So these are the 3 methods where we can able to check whether this item is there in the variable or in the object, or this value is there in it, or this key is there in it. So this in operator, we know it works only on the keys. We can find out all the values in the dictionary and then we can apply in operator on it. So we can able to check is all these values, all these values are there in the dictionary or not. This is how we can able to check it. Values, we creating a list of this object with the method values. So with this we can able to create, we can display what is there in this. So all the values has been extracted from the dictionary and it has been stored as a list in the variable or in the object vals. So if you are searching for any value out of this, we can just check it using an in operator in vals. It's there, true. So similarly, we use in the same way to write for the keys. Already we know using an in operator directly we can work with the keys, but still you can just work with keys. I just name it as K. Instead of this values, we'll just write it keys. It extracts all keys in the dictionary we can work with, or instead of this keys we can write items. Now the items is the key value pair. I'll just give it as an IT. So we can just print it. So we get that key value pair as an item. See, the content within the small bracket is a tuple. So this dictionary has been converted into a key value pair of the tuples. So when we are using an in operator on this tuple, this we need to provide this complete thing and then we use an in operator on it. Otherwise, it will not consider the content. That is how it works with. So we'll say what is an in operator. In operator uses different algorithms for list and dictionary. So in the list, it uses a linear search. If the length is bigger in the list, it takes little more time to traverse through the things in order to find the contents in the list. So it uses a linear search algorithm on the list. But on the dictionary, it uses an hash table. So what is the benefit of this hash table? Whatever the length or irrespective of the length of the dictionary, it takes the same amount of time to search for the items in the dictionary, but not in case of the list. This is the very important thing about the in operator. Next we discuss on the sorted function. So we already discussed sort is a method in the list where we can sort it, but now it is sorted. It's not a method, it is a function. So you should be very careful with what is a method, how to invoke a method, and what is a function, how to invoke a function, because we'll be using both the things in the Python, methods and the functions. So we know len is a method to find out the length of the string, list, dictionary or tuple, whatever. So this sorted is a function. How to invoke this function? What is this function? How it works? We'll just discuss here. Sorted, it is having a 3 parameters in it: iterable, key and reverse. So iterable can be of any sequence. It can be a string, tuple, list, set, dictionary, all these. It can be of any of these. Key is an optional. If we require it, we can make use of it. Basically, we use this key in the dictionaries, whether we need to sort the key element or we need to sort the values. So based on that, we provide this key in the dictionary. But if you are working this on the string, tuple, list, the keys, we will not be using any key there. Reverse, again it is option based on what type of sorting we need to do it. Whether we need to do an ascending order, then reverse, we can exclude the reverse. If I want to do it in a descending, then the reverse supposed to be given as a value true. It's an optional. If true, the sorted list will be reversed, or it is an ascending order. Here is an example how it works with the list. Here there is a list with an vowels. So sorted, key and reverse has not been provided, just the iterable. So it has been sorted in ascending. If we give the reverse as true, then it sorts in descending. When we are providing the reverse, we need to type the name reverse and assign the value true. When we are writing the key, we need to type the name key and then write what is that key is. So here is again for the list. Sorry, this is for the dictionary with the reverse, how it works. We'll just execute these two statements. See what will be the results. So this is the dictionary, vowels only with the values it's been given. So it has been sorted and we could able to display only the keys, not the values associated with it. Since it is reverse, decreasing order. If there is no reverse, then it would be in the ascending order. Just execute it. It's in the ascending order. This is how it works. So some more problems on the dictionary and a little more topics will be discussed in the next video. Thank you.